We are back at it with another live. I'm muting my mic. Yeah, I might. Okay, great. We're back at another live. My name is Warren Howe. This is my
My
partner
name is
Shafiq,
Shafiq.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Academy. So, guys, please do me a favor, right? Huge favor, okay? There's around we're still small. There's around 600 subscribers to our channel. But what I noticed recently is because I also go live in another sort of channel because I'm contracted with a US company, right? But my point is, although there's 6K members in that group, 7K, I noticed that the Facebook algorithm is trying to be a little bitchy. Why do I say that? Is because they don't let everyone see this fucking video, even if it's live, which to me is stupid, right? So I need a favor from you guys, okay? If you are seeing this live, please type hashtag live for us, right? And show us some love, guys. Give a like so we can beat the algorithms. Give a heart, right? Please give a heart. Give some support to our brothers here. Give a like, give a heart, comment there. Hashtag live if you're watching this live. If you're watching a replay, please type there hashtag replay. Yep, you can see this from our YouTube videos. You can see this from our Facebook videos, right? Say Facebook Live. Please, show us some love. Yep. Now a little bit about us, right? Again, we are basically FACADEMY. Our goal is to empower people, right? What we do is that we empower people on how to grow their net worth through stocks. It's very simple. Investing is interrelated. It's not just about stocks. We talk about private businesses. We talk about net worth management, right? Allocation, portfolio management. All there is needed that is essential to us. And why is it F Academy, or why we Academy, is because if we notice everything in our lives that's important to us starts with F. Friends, family, fuck you money, financial freedom, freedom itself, right? All these are F's. So we embrace the F's. Yep. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. What are we gonna talk about today, Fik?
Right. As usual, we recap what we did last week. This week, right?
Mm-hmm.
So from trading side, market have been down and recover.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it is important to share my market insight, right? So this is what I've been, sharing with our members recently.
Mm-hmm.
I think last Monday, right? I say that market is has break out the downtrend line completely.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, this is last 2 weeks. So market already break out from downtrend line completely. So we expect market is bullish, right? Then after that, market drop after testing after it have a peak high, right? And we come up with a new market insight, which is we say that, market is, or is that right? So I say that we are cautiously bullish on the market, right? Because market have already go down a lot, right? And I said to our members that we expect market to rebound in 2 days on 20 September, right? And on 22 September, we can see many rebound in Bursa Malaysia, right? And yeah, means that we our timing is good lah. When we expect market is already at high risk, we save a lot of cash, right? At the moment, we before that, prior to that, we have, like, if I'm not mistaken, like 65% of cash, right? Then on the last week, on the last day of the week, we utilize 50 cash, 50% cash, 50% stock. Then because we anticipate a bullish movement, right? But on Monday, the price dropped from the peak. So we lucky because we are cautiously bullish, right? And we expect the market going to rebound in 2 days, so we start to buying in. So what we did is, even though when market is red and whatnot, we still buy counter that we confidence lah, right? Like Kobe, Jintech, all of this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, we also start our trading in US, right?
US market.
Yeah. So this is I would say that our first journey, right, in US market. So the first stock that we trade is basically ATR, Ethereum, Ether. Is it correct?
So no,
Ethereum,
it's
right?
the first journey into trading the US market. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
First journey
In
into
terms of
trading.
trades. In terms of
Yeah.
trades lah. In terms of trades lah. But anyway, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we treat ATR and it works. And the second trade is actually what we buy yesterday, which is Roku. Then today, what happened to Roku? Right? Okay, yesterday, what happened to Roku? There's a bullish analyst, right? There's a
Man.
overweight, right? The upgrade the stock from, if I'm not mistaken, from
So
three,
let me see.
yeah,
Gains 3% expand. So
yeah,
Guggenheim upgrades. They upgrade them to like a 400 level, I guess. 395.
395,
395
yeah,
price target.
395, yeah,
Yeah, implying a 22% upside. Yeah.
yeah. And today there's a downgrade in analyst call, right? So from 488 to 350.
Just our
So
luck, man.
yeah. Now, actually, my plan is today we just follow through the plan. Okay, if it hit our cut loss, maybe we'll cut loss half first, right? But yeah, actually, market also in overall not doing good, right? Like market is on
Um,
correction.
Well, if you look at the S&P 500, obviously after the indication that Evergrande, I don't know how the hell you want to pronounce it lah. There's an E at the back, that's why I want to call it Grande. But
Grande, yeah.
they said that they can actually be they're obligated to pay, like, I think it was around 70 mil. I forgot the amount. Wait, sorry, let me see it again. Yeah, it is around. Oh no, sorry. This year they are actually obligated to pay 669 million, and today, in fact, it was just around like 80 mil or something like that, right? So, but in the end, they could pay. No, last 2 days, right? Last 2 days, in the end, they could pay, and so that's why the market was like, okay, it's time to go up. We're going to talk a bit about that, right? We're going to talk a bit about Evergrande Day, whatever. But answering your question, Fake, is that we are in actually a correction mode, which we sort of talked about. Remember, we said
Yeah.
that S&P 500 will be greedy. We are expecting a healthy correction of 4 to 5%. It in fact touched the 4% level from the top, which which is a good sign. But the public portfolio didn't really take a hit, right? NAV was right from 203K to 199K. It's just like a 4K drop. USD. I mean, it didn't really take a huge hit, so we didn't really go into a lot of positions. But we're gonna reveal our trades today, and cross fingers. Hopefully, it's a good one.
Yeah.
So Eddie Lee is actually saying, "Sup guys, what's up, bro?" He's actually watching from YouTube. Guys, if you haven't, subscribed to our YouTube, please, right, just click on that subscribe button. Dish out all the algorithms, right? And please, right, if you find this valuable, share this to your family, share this to your friends. We want to beat the algorithms, right? We want to know, we want to get everyone to see our lives, and hopefully you guys can get some value out of this, right? You want to talk a little about Evergrande? You want to talk a bit about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, why
So
not?
what we planning to do today, right? I
Yeah.
will
Give them
do
the flow. Give them
trading.
the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll do the trading. Maybe if I spot anything interesting in the market, I will bring it up, right? So basically, it's real life trading. And while I'm doing my trading, Warren will discuss about or sharing about what happened in Evergrande, right? Yeah. And maybe we will also, share what is our market insight for next week. Yeah.
Awesome. So market opens at 9:30 p.m. our time, US. We're gonna be live trading. You're gonna see fixed screen. In the meantime, you can just hear me talking about Evergrande and whatever. But before, we got 20 minutes in, Fig. What else do you want to talk about before that? You want to talk about some Malaysian trades?
Yeah, okay. So Malaysian trade also is very, very interesting because like I okay, let me share my screen. Okay.
By the way,
So
I want to say that you gave to in our Discord group, you actually did mention that you looked at the market sentiment based on your project your chart, right? Based on your projected sort of analysis, and eventually it did follow. It did follow to what you said, which is a good thing. Um, would you want to share a little bit about that? I mean, you said
yeah,
that
yeah.
2 days the market will rebound. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what happened lah. I mean, remember that we said that we are
Yep.
bullish with on the market if the
Mm-hmm,
markets
mm-hmm,
can maintain above this support, right?
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
what happened is after our life,
mm-hmm,
after our statement
mm-hmm.
that wait we bullish, right? So what happened
Yeah.
is market go against us, but luckily we are cautiously bullish lah, right? So market test the support and eventually, I mean, market drop. So this drop is, actually I cannot detect like what is the reason per se, but during that day there's a discussion in parliament session about windfall tax to be charged in company, right? And also about
Cap-
capital gain
Capital
tax to
gains.
be applied. Yeah. So I mean, because all of this discussion, right? It basically make market panics, and as we know how Malaysian market is, they're very sensitive, right, with this sort of things.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that is one of the reason why market drop, right? And another reason is also because of Evergrande issue lah, right? Market is panic whether there will be another financial crisis or not. They compare Evergrande with Lehman Brothers, uh, uh,
Yep.
event or whatnot. So yeah, so this double, this is combo event that led to market drop a lot. Okay. By the way, I'm using my own index here, right? Okay.
Yep.
This is like overall capture the whole market. So market dropped a lot on the day, right? And during this time, we just relax lah, chillax. I don't even open my trade because you don't want to be bothered with all of this, right? And our portfolio is not changing much, right? So it's still okay. And what I said is, all right, market going to recover in the next 2 days. Looking at how you know how how big the drop is, right? At the same time, all of this is just a mere speculation, right? And yeah, also another fact that it almost touched the support, right? So I anticipate, this is just anticipation at first, right? We anticipate that okay, if market going to rebound, maybe you're going to rebound in next 2 days, right? So what happened is the next day, you also buy a few counter, right? And when market properly rebound, we make profit on few counter lah. We basically, the counter that we buy is a counter that we already have position in. We basically
Mm-hmm.
we concentrate more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that is basically what we're doing. We're not being very, we're not taking risks on buy a new counter that not working, or counter that new counter that we do not understand the movement from technical perspective. We not understand, yeah, that is really new to us lah. So we just play counter that we sure, right, it will, if market rebound, this is the guys that will rebound first, right? So we lucky on that. We what we trade is, we trade Kobe, we trade Jintech, we trade
Sam.
Sam, we trade Tancho, we trade, yeah, there's a few. I think that's all the content we trade, right? So yeah, overall this week I will say that in a hectic week, right? Our portfolio is not it's not affected much with the drop, but of course, because we choose the correct counter, right? But it's very, how to say, it's very scary a bit lah. We don't know like how the market going to be next week. But I personally think that cautiously bullish is still on point, right? I still believe on that. Yeah,
Well,
that is basically,
we're doing pretty okay though. I mean, the
yeah.
trading segment of the public account, which was from 58K, now is 63,
Yep, 58 to
right?
63
Yeah,
because the
63. So
concentration.
that's,
Yeah,
yeah, so that's like 5K is less than 10%, but it's still September. It's still
yeah,
another week for October, so it's not too bad, not too shabby. Um, in
and
terms of the bigger
I
portion,
think anything in a bad market, that is something we should be proud for, lah. Right? At least we're not losing money.
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But I think what do you think about the market moving forward in terms of are there catalysts for it to be better? Malaysia market lah, not US. I think it's a positive sentiment, right? What do you think?
I personally think that market going to be choppy, but it will be choppy upside, right? So that's why I say cautiously bullish. We need
Right,
to be aware with all this reversal, right? When
right.
market at a certain peak, we need to beware with reversal. But I can see the reason I bullish also because next month, right, in Parliament they're going to table budget 2022, right, in Malaysia,
Mm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that will trigger good move, right? Good sentiment in the market.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, at the same time we also have a certain watch list for recovery play, like tourism, sector that we believe government will take action to to give incentive and whatnot, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so believe tourism is part of it, right? Probably Asia, all this. Yeah, I think that is basically market insight going forward. I'm bullish, but at the moment still cautiously bullish because there's no confirmation yet, and it's choppy. But I think we can ride the choppiness of the market, lah. Yeah.
There were so many trades that we wanted to go, dude. Like for momentum, DNX, QES.
So,
What else do we want to go? Oh man, seriously, there's so many trades that we want to go. We didn't take action.
yeah.
Uh, yeah.
Basically,
Anyway,
basically, I would say because we are too careful,
I
too
don't think we should
cautious.
be like that though. We shouldn't be like that. We should be aggressive in a way, but just cap our loss. That means we set a CL, we're comfortable with it, we don't get emotional. As how we should do trades, right? If we can stomach the loss, then okay, just cut it a loss, right? No emotions. Um, yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
feel. But end of the day, Fata works, right? So the reason why we got into Kobe, GeneTech, and Sam is a mixture of Fata in a way, where and we recently in our accounts we sort of went in, quite substantial amount, and luckily we rode on the momentum. But yeah, so that's that. So far, so good. So Siang is here and he's saying, Kobe chart, please.
Kobe chat, please. Okay. Kobe chat. Oh yeah, a lot of people ask me about Kobe have been dropping. So
Yeah.
yeah, should we hold? Should we? Okay. So I personally think that this is correction, right? Still within a correction. Looking at the support, this is the support lah, right? 468. Okay. So for Kobe, actually I'm not how to say. For me, if the price touch 468, maybe I consider to take profit, right? Because we already make profit on this counter, right? But as long as the price still above this support, we can still hold because you know um, there's no signal to exit yet, right? That's my opinion on Kobe lah. I think Kobe can just ride the just ride the trend. The trend is still there, right? Now it's just a correction. It's not big any my reference for this, right, is by using GMMA and also Ichimoku, right? So these two for me is indicator that really useful lah to identify trend or to understand trend. So for now, I don't think that there's a selling signal yet, right? So yeah, but that is my opinion. From here we can see that yeah, the price still above that support. So I don't think too much lah, right? So yeah, but up to each entry, right? Some of you probably enter at high, so obviously you need to get back to your portfolio, right? Think of how to manage that, right? How to plan your trade. But for us, because we already inside for quite time, right? And this is repeated trade even, right? We in half, we out half, right? So yeah, that for me can still hold lah. That's my opinion. Yeah, I know that market actually this do look weak, but looking at volume actually still okay. Yep, that's my opinion on Kobe.
Awesome. So no selling signal, but got buying signal or not?
Buying signal not yet, right? Buying signal not yet, but yeah, I believe. Okay, so what is the importance of anticipating the market movement, right? This is from trader perspective lah, right? Because as investor you're not timing the market, but trader, right? Not to say that we predict the market like sure you go up or sure go down, but by timing the market at least we can measure the risk, right? So what we did, like, okay, we said that last Monday we said that market going to rebound in next 2 days. We anticipate that, right? Because by the look of the market on that time, right? So what we did is the next day when the price still keep going down, we buy on dip, right? So there's a few counter that we buy on dip, and yeah, for example like Tancho, High Star, what else? There's a few counter lah, right? So yeah, the next day when it rebound, means that my point is like when market rebound, right, we expect that a lot of, I mean the general sentiment the market will follow, right? We buying at the low risk time lah, I would say, right? So that's why I think as long as market still bullish, right, this is low risk time for us to collect our position. So even though this Kobe, right, if we still believe on, if there's still upside in our fundamental valuation, right, this is the time for us to collect, right? That's my point lah. Same to Sam, Gentech, PMB Tech, bro, PMB Tech.
PMP tech.
Right. Okay, what happened with PMB Tech, right, is we anticipate the breakout. And on that day, we already drew the alert, But what happened is I will say that we focus on different wrong counter lah, I would say, right? But PMB Tech, we already mentioned in our Discord that this is counter that you should look at, right? This counter that, I mean, this breakout sure that will be power lah, right? So maybe we can look at that, right? Let's look at PMB Tech.
Why did we buy though?
Wow, seriously, because we utilize our money on different place. That's all.
Yeah.
When the breakout happened. So
when did you identify this? 3 days ago, 21st, is it?
no, we are
Dude, man.
bro, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Here, right? I think what is it? 6 September.
Yeah.
We already say, wow, this setup, right? This breakout setup is June 1. It breakout because this is low liquidity, and breakout is one sentiment that will push the price. Another thing is this is within the cyclical play. The PMB Tech now is is one of the important substance, right? They produce or they manufacture one of important substance for EV battery or not. So
Okay.
this is
Silicon. Okay.
this is like them tune lah, right? The setup tune, the fundamental tune, fatal lah, right? And even before this, right, we already looking at PMB Tech 3 September, because okay, there is first test, okay, first test not breakout. So we expect the few next tests it will break out lah. But sayang lah. Okay, so we eyeing this counter for a long time, but because of probably because of our allocation of money, right? We miss out this. But not to say that we miss out completely lah. I mean, this is on the hindsight is a really big opportunity loss. But during that week, right, we make a lot of profit, right, on our trading. So during that week, we not trade this, but we trade something else that that is profitable for us, right? But on the hindsight, where we see when after effect when market break the PNB tech breakout or not, all that profit is very small lah.
The stocks that
Yeah.
Rondi is saying, like Sam, Gene Tech, PMB, these are the ones that really, like, when you see them shoot up, you're like, holy shit, what the heck is happening? Like, it's like too fast. I, as a fundamental guy, as a I go for growth, but when I see price movements going up so fast, I'm like, shit, slow down, man. I prefer like a slow, like a slow run up. Simply because you won't see, what do you expect when you see these fast run ups? Is that obviously the next few days is going to be a fast down, sell off also, because traders want to trade, right? But also depends on the company overall.
Depend lah, because PNB Tech have low liquidity, so I think that's important factor lah.
Yeah, and whether or not it's cushioned by fundamentals lah. Anyway, gonna add that to the list of missed out in 2021 lah. But but at the end of the day we did go in, but late to the party, to Sam and Gene Tech and Kobe. That's why we're gonna try to make up. Not try. Actually, we made it up in terms of our trades in US. But yeah, so that's why we're gonna focus more on US anyway.
But Gene Tech, we already have position for a long time lah. Gene Tech.
Oh yeah. That's right. When was the cost that you bought again?
I think 29 the average.
29. Okay. Yeah, so we bought bigger in I think 32. Did we buy recently 32? Yeah, something like that. Anyway, 250 lah, right? $50.
Yeah, like that lah.
We'll see how it goes lah, right, guys? Guys, again, see, seriously, guys, this is not a buy call. We're not your financial advisor. What's this?
Yeah,
we're not your financial advisor. Please make your own trades. Awesome, guys. So Eddie is saying PMB is really powers. Yeah, it is. Gonna change new car, Eddie. Shafi's gonna change new car, bro.
Right. Before we continue with there's a request to look at VS or not. I will focus on US market first, right?
Right.
Or you can bring up your topic for today, Evergrande.
Okay, please. Right. Dude, Roku is pre-market 327 is going up. Do not sell that shit, dude. We want to see how the market goes, right? It's a Friday, so actually we shouldn't make any trades on Friday, right? It's supposed to be slow anyway, but let's see how it goes.
But maybe if I may lah, before you continue with Evergrande. I'll just explain why we buy Roku again.
Yeah, right? Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, but this Roku, like I said, I mean, this is just few trades in US market that we did, right? So I would say that I'm still learning the how US market behavior, right? But the reason I buy this because by the classic TA books, right? You see there is a gap between this. We call this reversal island, right?
Okay.
So maybe here not clear lah, right? Let me close all this. So here is what we call reversal island. There's a gap down and price consolidate and gap up. So that is, I mean, by classic book, right? That is high reversal signal, right? I mean, the probability for reversal is high lah, right? So the reason why we enter Roku again, because there's few event. First, the risk because of the island reversal. Secondly, because of the risk is low. If we, even if we cut loss when the price, break 309 here, right, it's still less than 10%, right? Which is what we can take, right? This is low risk to reward trade. So we found the entry there. Then there's also like a catalyst from from, sorry, I forgot the bank name. Sorry,
Guggenheim.
Guggenheim, right? So
Yeah.
they also upgrade the call for this. So we pretty much enter this because of all of this, right? And hopefully it turned out well. So if you guys understand the concept of gap, eventually the gap will be closed. Eventually gap will be they will be retested again. But at the moment, that is what we're trying to see, right? Is today the support strong enough to sustain the sell off or not, right? Because today got another downgrade, right? But if it is, I quite confident lah. I mean, this is reversal. This is marking the reversal, right? But point is, this is we already create our trade plan, so we stick with our plan. I believe the risk to reward is one of big factor for our decision. So stick to that.
Yeah,
Right.
we didn't tell them about Ether though. We didn't tell them.
Ether.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ether is another trade that we do in US, right? Wait, let me open Ether. Okay, this is finally I trade together with one of my friend, right? So we just pura-pura. That time I karaoke, like really karaoke. Open YouTube, look at market at the same time karaoke, enjoy fun, right? Market bad that time, like that is the huge rate day,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Everything go down.
Yeah.
But I just scroll down, happy. I actually not intend to buy lah, because market is bad, right? And this is my first. I mean, I just new in the stock in US market, right? So I don't want to take any risk. But when I go through, I enter, I feel like, wow, this one the setup is super good lah, right? I feel like the setup really can go up. So what we did is here we buy around $12 here. Sorry, 11.
11. I remember it was 11.
Yeah.
11-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
11 something lah, right? 11 something. Then from there, after that, right, after 1 hour trading, the reason I trade this because the setup and also the volume, right? I see that okay, there's a good sentiment lah, right? The volume there is against the market sentiment on that time, on that day. So and there's also a setup where is the accumulation setup. So I feel like, right, this is something that we can try and play lah, right? So we buy the position there. After 1 hours, or I think after 2 hours lah, right? Around 11 p.m. 11 p.m. like that. There's a signal where there's a big option buying on $15 for the next October, right? So that is another reason why I believe this can touch $15 lah, right? So eventually it touched $15. The peak for this day is,
Oh my god. It went to $15 and it went back up all the way to
6,
like 17-ish.
Yeah, it goes to 17-ish. So
Oh my god, dude.
So that's what happened lah on Ethereum.
That's fucking insane, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Siang is
you can
saying
proceed with your grande.
So I don't think people want to hear about Evergrande anymore, you know what I mean? But there's nothing new about Evergrande. What you see in the news is what it is, right? It's basically a developer fucking themselves up in terms of their debt. It's basically using debt to cover debt. I know because I'm in that line before, right? It's debt cover debt. so there's I was looking at like a Bloomberg sort of news, and it's spot on. They said there's the three things to take note, right? Very likely things, and like to them is like confirmed. Number one is Evergrande likely to default? Yes, they are. Because if you want to see their balance sheet, let me see if I got it here. Yeah, can I share my screen? Let me share my screen.
Can. Yep.
Oh, dude, Roku is dropping like cock, dude. Anyway,
Yep. You want to share a screen?
yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Wait, hold on. Where am I on the screen? How the hell do I share my screen again? Wait, let me see. Entire screen. Should I share my entire screen? No, I can't do that. My Chrome tab. All right, got it. Yeah. So let me share this one. So this is their balance sheet, and you'll see that their inventories are actually 221B, which is insane because it's all properties, right? So there's actually 300B in debt. There's a breakdown, right? 100B to suppliers, 88B to banks, a few B in bonds. Their cash and cash equivalents like 13B, which is like peanuts to how much they have to, the debt obligations that they pay. So basically, they are obligated to pay. Let me see, obligated to pay 7.4B debt next year, and they have collected 1.5 million deposits on pending properties. That means they have to actually deliver the properties, but they can't have money. They don't have money, right? The balance sheet is so weak. Now this is a problem. This is a case of uh, you know piling onto the debt hole, right? Property developers actually creating a bigger debt that they can't pay off. So the question is, right, moving forward, what will happen? There's no doubt, right, that this is going to cause a ripple effect, because if they cannot pay suppliers, which they owe, I think, like 100 plus B to suppliers, right? If they it will also create a whole massive sort of wave, because if suppliers can't be paid, they're small businesses, some of them, they'll go bust, lose jobs, obviously, right? How is the economy going to take it? It will also cause like it's not really a systemic risk where it affects the whole economy, in my opinion, because it's not that big of a amount, similar to like Lehman Brothers, right? Lehman Brothers like 618B, they're just like 300B, right? My point is, their supply chain will definitely be affected, right? And that will cause ripple effects to consumers, because imagine the 1.5 million customers that are actually buying their properties. If they can't have back their money which they actually spend on the deposits, right? Where do you think that they're gonna utilize resources to get back liquid cash, right? It's either from their cryptos, they're going to be selling their cryptos, they're going to be selling their stocks. It's going to cause a huge chain, right? Obviously. My point is it going to be like a big enough effect that it's going to be affecting US? Yes and no. Because if, let's say, the consumers are affected, then obviously it's going to have a whole chain overall. If there's businesses dealing with US or other countries, China's going to be affected. But my point is, it's not like to me, it's not like a Lehman Brothers case. That's for sure, right? That's for sure. But there's something to take note, right? Apparently, since last year, right? And by the way, property sales constitutes like 25 to 29% of China's GDP. And that is huge, right? That is huge. Just last year, land sales is around 8 to 10 trillion renminbi. Okay, land sales. Why land sales? Is because, government, they have land. So they sell they sell to developers, right? So developers buy them, and this will also cause like a surge in property prices. And how do you think developers are going to do that? They're going to cost it into the consumer, right? So then it will bring their land value up, and the property prices up, which they already can't afford. But it's China, right? And it's, I think, apparently in China it's like 80% move in, own stay. So when they want to buy, they're actually going to move in. But that's a problem for move-in, because if it's for investment, that they're going to have spare cash. But if it's for homestay, it's going to be a problem, right? So after knowing all these things, you got to see some, the market is going to be fucked up for sure, right? Is the government going to bail them out? they said no, but who's to say? There's millions of jobs affected. We can't really tell, right? What else did I, take note of? What is the government going to do to restructure the whole tax code? Because this brings, GDP to the country, right? Taxes. How is the government going to restructure everything and get back the money? They're going to be losing on leverage, right? This is a lever they're going to lose. And actually, the whole story started out with, the China government since August 2020 imposing a three red line sort of three red line sort of tier in terms of their requirements before you can borrow, especially property developers, right? And the three requirements, Evergrande fail all of them. And one of the requirements is something like having a debt to equity ratio of like 100%. Gearing, right? Gearing of 100%, which they totally failed, right? Because their balance sheets are shit. They have no equity. Their long term, liabilities are off the roof, right? So they fail all three of them. Now they're actually tightening the rules, all right? Tightening the borrowing. So that's why everyone is like, oh shit, I can't use borrowed money anymore to cover my, my borrowed money. Pretty fucked up. So this is right. This triggered everything else. So that's the thing. And people say that they have to pay within like today, but they actually, in terms of the payment, the repayment the debt repayment that they have to fulfill, they have a 30-day grace period. So there's actually time. Now my point about all this is that is this a Lehman Brothers case? I don't think so. The debt is not even that huge like Lehman Brothers. Even if if shit really hits the fan, do you think the government, China government is going to let that happen? No, they're not going to let that happen. People are smarter right now. I don't think it's even close to Lehman Brothers. Okay, that's my point of view. The other point of view is that um, does it affect American companies? Does it affect the whatever that we're investing in? Yeah, maybe it'll have like a sort of a dent, but end of the day, I don't think it'll be heavily affected. It's just like another major way for media to say, okay, the markets are crashing, sell off your stocks. So investors that are short term oriented or do not have a foresight for long term, they will be affected, right? People who cannot stomach volatility, they'll be affected. My point is to be cautious anyway, right? Be mindful of everything else. Be mindful of Sorry, how do we stop there? Yeah. So be mindful of everything else. Be mindful of what is our direction. I still have a thesis that the US market is definitely going to go up. Simply because of all the catalysts that we talked about in our previous two lives. Um, yeah, so that's investing in China companies is tricky because China, end of the day, is China. China is China. You got a strict ass parent, which is a China government. You got China management, which is some shady shit that you don't know about. They might cook the books. Uh, the thing is though, is that China big company, because Evergrande is like second biggest property developer. Okay, in China, and they are huge. Having 1.5 million properties, that's huge ass developer. My point is their relations with the government really strong, right? They need each other. They're buying land. They're giving money to the government. The government needs them to live on. But my point is, why is this only happening now? You got a result of shit management, shit company trying to use that to cover that. And I know that I've been to that stage, right? Property developer. Yeah, so that is number one why I don't invest in China companies, not a lot. That's why number two, I don't invest in property development companies. But number three, we should be mindful of our money, right? We should be mindful of our strategy. If we have everything on the long term, which we should, right, as long term investors, everything that FACADEMY has been preaching, then you are safe to go, right? You should be able to stomach volatility. Wow, Roku is 3-1, bro. Anyway, yeah, so that is something a little bit about Evergrande. I'm not going to go into detail as to uh, what is their breakdown and all that. I'm just looking at their balance sheet. It's shit. I'm looking at the inventory. So how they can actually pay off is actually okay. I'm going to give you properties, right? I'm going to give you the debt in form of properties. But people who needs cash right now, like suppliers and all that, they're going to go F you. I don't need your properties. Give me cash, right? So that's a problem that they're going to solve. That's a problem they're going to solve. Basically, they need sales, right? They need cash. They need cash inflow. That's all there is. And that's a problem, right? Because even if they have like a little bit of sales, they still can't be able to cover because suppliers and subcontractors don't want to be finishing up the properties to be building, building finish. So that's a problem that they're gonna. It's a huge problem, long term problem for sure. Long term problem for sure, right? Um, yeah, that's what I got on Evergrande. What you got, bro?
Not yet, not yet. But it's not a sell call.
Sorry. Oh,
Not,
right. Oh,
not,
you mean
yet.
Roku?
Yeah, not yet sell.
Okay,
Yeah, if we sell here, I think we sell at stupid price. I think.
got it. So the thing,
Yeah,
why we focus on Roku so much is because we set like a before we made this trade, we already knew that it's going to be capped at 5 to 6% loss, right?
yeah.
So how much is the loss right now? Is it 6 or 5?
Uh, Wait. Oh, now it's 7.
Wow, it's 7 already.
Hmm.
Okay.
But looking
Okay.
for trading
Well, we'll
ideas, I
just see how it
also
goes.
trading at looking at trading ideas. I also look at natural gas because
Hmm. Hmm.
recently what happened in natural gas price going up because of shortage in Europe, right?
Okay.
Um, yeah, but I didn't see any entry yet lah
Right.
for real counter that related to that, right? Yep.
I don't know, dude. Like for some reason, I don't think we should touch Fridays though.
Hmm.
Fridays tend to be, slower and yeah. But anyway, we're just gonna see the markets anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna let it ride. Let it ride. 7% is still okay, right? We can still stomach it. Um, is your trading view live though?
Yes.
Is it live
Yes.
prices?
Yes.
Oh yeah, okay, it is. Yeah, okay, it's the same. Awesome. So Ahmad is saying VS and Wei Xiang is saying Unity.
All right. ES and Unity. Oh, the one B side. VS. Yeah, this is breakout, right? Huge volume. So there's a one strategy called Friday rule, right? So if on Friday, right, the price breakout creating new high and with strong volume, so normally that is a good counter to look at, right? But now the price already go up a lot, especially today already go up 11%. Not to say it cannot go up. Maybe it still can go up the next day, right? I mean next trading day. But for now, I think need to be cautious a bit, lah. Right? It means that find an entry, right? That can, that is comfortable for your risk tolerance, right? So that my advice. But this VS industry, by looking at FTA, is counter to trade, lah, right? Yeah. I already study this. I also share this in our Discord. VS. For some reason, this is also another trade that we didn't look at.
Oh man.
Right.
So many trades,
So
right?
that is Unity, right? Okay, so Unity. I think this is trading at the upper channel. This is also gap, but this one we call one runaway gap, right? So as long as the price supported by the around this level, I think no need to worry lah. I mean the trend is there, right? Trend is uptrend. The volatility also suitable for you to hold. Is it? Wait, 143 to 124. Okay lah, 10% like that. So yeah, I think still okay. If you want to find an entry, I think I would suggest you to wait for the price to drop below. I mean, ranging at the lower channel, right? But yeah, that's my opinion lah.
Yo, oh my god, Roku is dropping down, dude. You want to cut?
Yeah,
You want to cut? Then go ahead, man.
yeah, can.
Did it hit
So
the cut already?
hit half.
All right, so you did half. What is the other level for the other half?
We can take. You can take this one lah. 116.
What? Sorry, 316.
116. Oh, sorry, 316. Yeah.
316. 316.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let me see. So 338. 316. So that's 6% down, lah.
Yeah,
6.5, lah. Wait, just now, how come you said 7? It's not really 7, right? We bought it at 338, isn't it?
Yeah, this one. I mean, I look at our IBKR portfolio.
Yeah. So our IBKR is 338. If we cut the first, that means right now is 5%. If it goes to 316, it's 6.5%. Okay. Anyway,
But
so
right
you already sold half,
now,
lah.
yeah,
Okay. Right. That's fine. So Joanna is asking for front can.
wow. I've been changing, looking at this. Okay, wait, but
Yeah.
wait, all right. Let's look at what front can.
Front can.
Okay, so I think front can is a bit high risk already. I will like to collect if the price do a correction a bit lah, right? Because this one we can see that even the momentum is decreasing. Yeah, so maybe I will look at for correction for entry lah. Yep.
You look for
But-
correction first, lah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but this one tricky also lah. I mean, if you find the entry, it should be. I mean, the correction, right? You can buy around this price level. Yeah, this price level. 3.7 something like that. Right. So for me, I think if the price drop to 3.7, right, and I see there's a strong reversal. I mean, in short term, the trend is still strong. There's a reversal, the signal that I will consider to buy. If not, I let the price go down first. And why not? But now a bit high risk lah, I would say. Yep.
Yep. People in our Discord is actually commenting, "Oh my god, why downgrade again, Roku? Lager. Shit lah, Wells Fargo." Anyway,
but I've been reading about that. Actually, they said that the analyst report is not that good lah, right?
and this report is nonsense lah. You can't really, You can just take it with a pinch of salt. That's all you can do. But the market is reflecting, and this is like a momentum
Yeah,
trade anyway. So
yeah,
it does affect lah. Purely for
yeah.
momentum trade, not really in fundamentals lah. This trade.
But
So
but I
that.
think one thing that maybe I can bring up is my experience to to develop my routine for US market.
Mm, mm,
So what I did is I trade in Malaysia market.
mm.
So yeah, I trade in Malaysia market. So I would say that I'm in front of computer 24/7 lah. I would say, right? Really unhealthy lifestyle, but that's it. So uh,
Mhm.
so I've been in front of computer until 5. Not just trading lah. There's also another things that I doing. Then starting I think 8:30 like that, I will start to see any potential trade, and because pre-opening for US market is early, right? So by
Mhm.
then we can anticipate lah, right? What could happen or not. So that is also actually how I found out about Devon, right? DVN.
Devon, oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Ah,
Uh,
okay. Anyway, go
so
ahead.
so at the moment, I'm still new in US market, but try to building up, or I try to develop the habit, or the routine lah for trading in US. So yeah, I would say I still on the learning stage lah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, end of the day, what do? We identify what type of entry it is. Is it a short term play? Is it a long term play? If we go in, we are ready to take some losses. We're gonna take some L's, right? We are ready to take some W's as well, some wins, right? So that is important. Number two is what is your portfolio management? What is your sizing? What is your allocation? If we can stomach that, if we can take it, then okay lah. That's all, right? No emotion. And obviously, third thing is that monitor your progress lah, because you don't want to be 80% losing, right? You want to be having at least a 50-50. And even with a 50-50, you can still get money. That's the whole key, because your reward is more than your risk. So that's what we aim to do. So Dylan is asking FSR. What is that? FSR? Fisker?
Fiscal.
Fisker. Oh, damn. I don't know about setup, but is the setup good?
This one choppy lah.
Choppy, is it?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, as a starter in US market, this type of counter that not really, is really damn choppy like this. I try
Right.
to not play it, but obviously a good study case lah. But I'll take a look, right? Yeah, just want to clarify again that I'm still new in US market, so appreciate if you guys can share your experience while trading US market. Maybe you can share the experience or not, especially our member lah in FACADEMY, right, in Discord. So yeah, so we can learn
I think
together
not
along the
many.
way.
I think not many traders in US market. I think it's more the Malaysia, but investors investing in US got
Yeah,
lah.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't have friend lah now. Yeah.
It's okay. I'm gonna grab it back. What luck, man! Why the hell do they have to issue that fucking downgrade today? But overall, the market is down anyway, lah. So
Yeah.
the VIX is not up crazy. It was up crazy actually. The VIX was 20, dropping down to 18. But anyway, we'll see how it goes.
Why is that? I mean, is it still because of Evergrande or
What today? I think it is because of Evergrande, because they actually something due today.
right? And also because of Friday.
And then Evergrande goes sap confidence. I mean, it's another sentiment. They're actually worried about Evergrande again.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
But Dylan, do you have any information about fiscal? But why you ask this counter, like, anything interesting about this? right? Maybe, yeah, we can discuss further later, right? Dylan is actually one of our member lah in FACADEMY. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we already 10 already. So anything else we want to share?
Yeah, again, guys, appreciate if you guys can have any, if you got any stocks that you want to ask, go ahead.
Yep.
If you're trading US, let us know. If you're trading Malaysia, let us know. We are here. Oh, it's already 10 o'clock, Fig.
Yeah. 10.
So, guys, you guys have anything to ask? If you do, just let us know. We're going to wrap this up, and we're going to be looking at what potential trades to go in. So, Fig, I mean, like looking at the parameters that you usually look at, especially before you entered Ether
Ah,
in a down market, what do you see right now in terms of volume and
for
I don't know, like any is there any stock that you're screening right now?
uh because we I mean we're doing this while live streaming, so a bit but it's
Right.
just now I share with you, there's a few counter that I'm looking at related to natural gas,
Natural
right?
gas, huh?
Yeah,
Yep.
but I don't see like a strong movement there also. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
need to be patient lah. Slowly
Yep.
learning the things. Yep.
All right. All right. Awesome, guys. So appreciate this, live stream. Hopefully, you guys got some value out of this. We did not really share much today. We are just
Yeah.
actually looking at our trades. It's a Friday. It's going to be a slow day. Apparently, Asian stock markets and markets overall are scared of everyone for some reason again. So, yep. Again, if you guys got any trades, just let us know. We'll probably look at them and reply you guys, off topic, off live. So let's wrap this up, Fig. Anything else you want to add before we wrap it up?
No. Cool.
Okay. Appreciate you guys.
Right.
See you.